scary. I don't have kids of my own.
I'm not trying to scare.
I appreciate your honesty, right? But it just feels like this
I feel like
experience.
I feel like I have to be honest because I feel like if somebody would have told me this, the pain would have been less for me. I feel like because when
quand je pense à toi, bébé, ça me touche. Tes caresses, tes bisous, boy, you too much. You just bust my brain, making me go insane. I want to change my name to yours, marry you now today.
And welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad for you guys tuning in today. For those who are already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for sticking around. I have a guest here today, the ever so outspoken Maggie Daisy, as you can see from that intro. I have Maggie here today. We're gonna be talking about, what are we talking about today?
Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about how this little man made his way out into what we call planet Earth.
Woohoo!
Right? Mr. A, we're going to call him Mr. A for this video because we don't want to reveal his name.
Mr. A.
So Mr. A is the byproduct of Bernice Pezuzu's sexual activities.
Oh my god.
Bernice, let's get straight into it.
Yeah,
I have
because
so
Mr. A has very limited patience.
questions. I even have questions for Mr. A.
Let's run this through really fast.
Why is he looking at me like that? Is he mad at me?
He's not understanding what you're saying, Sha. He's not getting it.
Why is he not getting it? Mr. A, where you're coming from? Do people don't have conversations? Alright, let me get
fussy when he's sleepy.
Alright. So, how old is Mr. A? How long ago did you have this baby?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Oh my god.
Wait, is it true that after 6 weeks you can start doing mommy and daddy things again?
I don't know. I'm gonna go to my doctor visit and then, yeah, well, usually it's 6 weeks, yeah.
So you've not had sex for the past 6 weeks?
No ma'am.
Have you had any sexual activities in the
no
past
ma'am.
6 weeks? Will you
No,
tell
really,
me if
really,
you had?
really what they say is nothing to penetrate the vagina for 6 weeks. So not even a tampon, nothing.
Will you tell me and the viewers if you had?
If something penetrated my vagina?
If you had had other sexual activities.
Like what?
Next question. She wants me to be the one to tell her no. How did you feel immediately after? Did the pain go away? A lot of moms say, oh, as soon as I had the baby, the pain disappeared.
Hell no, the pain does not disappear. I mean, the pressure from contractions disappears, but there's still pain. Like, you're sore. You're so sore.
Yeah.
Like, you remember I called you on the phone and I told you I feel like somebody opened my legs? I took a kin and rubbed my vagina like endlessly and
oh my gosh.
No, the pain does not go away right away. Like, you're so sore. You feel the needles from the sewings, from tearing and stuff. But the majority of the pain, like the contraction pain, goes away. But everything else, you're still so sore.
Now, on the subject of pain, at what point during labor and when you were having contractions did you feel like I need epidural
And the beginning.
right now? Like,
so, like, what happened? I had to get induced. So when they induced you, that means your body did not naturally go into labor. Labor means the baby is like, I want to come out, so he starts pushing to come out. So my body did not ever go into that. So they had to give me medications for that. So when they give you medication, labor starts. And once labor starts, you're in pain. But labor means you need to dilate. So once they gave me the epidural, I started dilating. You need to dilate all the way to 10 centimeters. Once they gave me Pitocin, which is the inducing drug, once they gave me that medication, I was at 3 centimeters. So I still had 7 centimeters to go through. So once they gave me that medication, the pain was instant. Like, it started right away. It was like literally a 20/10 pain.
So
like,
does the epidural take the pain away? Does it just stop?
Yeah. It literally numbs you from like right here down. Yeah.
Wow.
They take a cord and put in your uterus and they're monitoring contractions. So you just look on the screen and you see that.
But you're no longer feeling the
You're
pain,
not feeling anything. What I did not know about epidural, once they inject you epidural and you're numb and everything, you're fine, you start shivering.
Oh, were you shivering because you were cold? Why were you shivering?
It's the medication. Like, Pitocin is a hormone that your body gradually builds up with once you go into labor. But if you don't go into labor naturally, you get injected this high dose to do it.
Sounds like a horror story.
You start shivering. Like my mom was there, and since she's never seen like epidural done,
yeah,
she was like, "Are you cold?" I'm like, "I'm not cold, but I'm shivering." And it wasn't just me. Like I've watched other YouTube videos and people be shivering. My friend, I called her, she was like, "She shivered." I'm like, "It's a thing." And the nurses were like, "Yeah, it's normal. It's the hormone." Like you shivering, like you can't even hold your mouth. Like
you're just shaking.
Yeah, you'll be shaking.
So you said when they gave you epidural, you started shivering. You didn't know that. That came as a surprise to you. What are some of the other things between conception and birth that was so surprising to you throughout the pregnancy?
There's the shivering. The worst thing that happened before, like I did not know that this was gonna happen, or this is how it was gonna feel. When it was like when I was completely dilated and it was time to start pushing, maybe like 30 minutes to start pushing. The baby was literally on my butthole. I thought it was gonna come out through my butthole. I swear. I swear. It was so much. Like it was so much pressure. Yeah, I felt like I was about to poop the biggest poop of all time. Pain is on your tailbone, on your asshole.
This pressure down in your anal area. Does that lead to any other medical conditions? I know people have piles,
hemorrhoids,
or hemorrhoids or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've been blessed with hemorrhoids. The hemorrhoids are inevitable, and I mean, like, it happened. I don't know anybody who did not get hemorrhoids from this. Let me just say that, like, hemorrhoids is a thing. It goes away with time, a lot of people say, but I'm still waiting for mine to go away.
It will go away.
That's TMI.
I hope so.
TMI.
Well, you as a mom feel like your baby's poop stinks? I feel like new mothers are always like the kids are perfect.
I mean, no.
How does Mr. A's poop?
Breastfed babies, their poop don't stink. If the baby takes formula, yes, the poop absolutely stink. They will constipated most of the time. So it has a smell, but it's not like grown-up people poop. Right. You know what I mean? Like it has a smell.
Wait till he starts eating eggplant and fufu and jama jama.
I know, right?
His shit is about to be out of this world in terms of smell.
Yep.
How much
breastfed babies
breast milk do you have to pump and freeze, and how did you have difficulty making breast milk?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Your girls are quite
I don't have the biggest boobs, like I
don't
know.
say.
I've never really goodbye. Goodbye.
I offered to share some of my adipose tissue with you and you take it.
No,
how was that?
But really, once it came out of the stomach, they there's something called kangaroo care. And once the baby come out, they just put them on your chest. It's called like skin to skin kangaroo care. Like it's comforting for the baby because the temperature is drastically different. They're used to soft feels, so they just throw the baby on your chest and like for bonding reasons and stuff.
Did you cry?
So, oh my god, I was wailing.
Aww.
We were all crying, and my mom is so African. We were crying.
Maggie.
We were crying and she was like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like,
I'm not even surprised by that. Your mom is so hardcore.
I'm like, it's African mothers. Oh my god. She was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You're bringing forth life and you're crying?
She doesn't understand.
All I do with my mom.
When we're living in the Western world, it's like every emotional thing that happens to you, it has to come out in a physical way.
But yeah.
Okay, so here's the question.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is they remove the baby, throw on your chest, and you have to put the baby on your nipple right away. Luckily enough, he latched on immediately. Like he was ready to find out where my food would come from. So immediately at that point, nothing was coming out. Yeah. Maybe like an hour or two later, then colostrum is like a liquid, yellow liquid, comes out.
Does the baby consume that?
Yeah, the baby has to because that's what has like all the antibodies and immunization, all the immunization that he's gonna get till he gets his vaccine in the second month.
The human body is so amazing.
Yeah. I have his appointment coming up in a couple of days for his 2 months checkup, and he's gonna that's when he's gonna get his vaccines. But the colostrum is what gave him the immunization that he has.
So amazing. Okay guys, one day I came over to visit the baby. Bernice and I, we live in very close proximity to each other, so I'm here frequently, and I noticed that this baby, Mr. A, had boobs, I'm not talking about just a flat chest nipple situation going on. He had these tiny little lumps, and I just freaked out. I was like, what is going on? What was that about?
So what happens is, at 40 weeks of being pregnant, your body sends a burst of estrogen. That's the female hormone.
Yeah.
Men have testosterone, women have estrogen.
Of course.
So your body sends a burst of estrogen to prepare your body to exit, you know, get out of my body, you know. So once this estrogen comes down, the baby gets a whole lot of it. So the estrogen got into the baby and he started growing boobs. Some girls, like little baby girls, will literally like have a little bit of period blood in their vagina and stuff. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
I know.
Something else I noticed with the baby was the baby had acne.
Yeah.
I was like, this baby has not even reached the age where I can send him to go to the fridge and get me water, or to grab the remote control from the table and bring to me, and he has acne.
Yeah, the baby acne.
What's up?
Baby acne is also part of the estrogen thing. But the boob, it goes away. Like the hormones, it fades out and the boob softens up. So
did you talk to the doctor about his acne?
the doctor didn't really tell me it was baby acne, but you know, baby doctors don't try to say anything because like there's not much research done in pediatrics just because of ethical reasons. Nobody won't give their baby for research, you know. So he just said babies have rashes all the time and go away. But based on my research, it is baby acne, and like other mothers talk about baby acne and stuff. So
based on your research from Uncle Google,
you know,
Google can overfeed you information sometimes.
Being a health professional and being a pharmacist, I know what websites to read from. Like literally, we have classes. We have a class called, what was it called? Something research.
Was it a pediatric class?
No, it wasn't a pediatric class, but it was a research class. That
Gotcha.
They taught us how to research, because if somebody comes to the pharmacy and asks me something, I still have to research it, and it's on Google that I'm going to go to, but I know what websites to read from and stuff.
So right before filming this video, I heard you telling Mr. A to say quack quack. He was comfortable. Like, she was like, if you're comfortable, say quack quack. And I was like, what if this baby says quack quack? What if the baby says quack quack? What will you do?
I'll say he started talking.
He started talking at too much.
Yes.
I would run out of here so fast. You would never see me again.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Milk making machine, engorged.
Since I knew you prior to you having a kid, I'll give my adjective.
What's your adjective?
Bigger.
Goodbye. My boobs are tinier now?
No, they're bigger now.
Oh, they are?
Post-birth, obviously.
Damn, it means my boobs were really tiny then.
They were.
Oh my god.
Remember you kept begging me for little boobies?
Thank God for Victoria's Secret bras.
Victoria's Secret bras won't fit me, so whatever.
Thank God for push up, double size, go up.
Nose.
My nose is pretty normal. My nose
So people get really huge
not
noses, right? Like I see people who are pregnant and their nose is like twice as big as it was before they got pregnant.
I only got swollen like towards the end of my pregnancy. It was like mostly my feet.
I was about to say feet.
Then after, I know, my feet were just swollen towards the end.
Okay.
Oh, not towards the end. It got really swollen towards the end. But I remember the one day I came to your house and I wore my shoes to come.
Well, you were leaving, yeah.
And I was leaving, I came to your house and I wore my shoes to leave. I'm like, oh shit, my shoes don't fit no more.
I remember.
You know, I had a very easy pregnancy, so things were happening to me. I was like, oh shit, I'm pregnant.
I have to tell people how you came and told me you were pregnant. So one day you were just coming up the stairs and you were like, Maggie Daisy, I brought you food. And by the way, I'm pregnant. And it was just, I had no idea. I was so shocked. I was like, how can you be pregnant? Your stomach looks like nothing. And you were like 5 months pregnant at the time. And your stomach was so flat. I feel like throughout your entire pregnancy, the only thing that changed was your stomach. Like your face upwards, you looked amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
I take that back. Stomach.
Oh, my stomach is messed up.
Do you have to tie it?
I used to, but I don't know.
Like
I've so many girls on YouTube say tie your stomach for 3 months, but I feel like tying it right now is not making any difference, and it's so uncomfortable for me to not see any difference. So I feel like, I don't know, Y'all let me know if that shit works, because I don't know. But my stomach.
Comment section below.
Yep, let me know, but my stomach, I have so much stretch marks and loose skin, and I don't know. I'm yet to find out what I'm gonna do about it.
So after the baby, did your stomach just go like a deflated balloon?
I mean, when the baby comes out,
Like,
literally, and then the baby, like your stomach is strong, like a ball that's inflated, right?
I remember
then
seeing
the
your stomach
baby,
like that.
then the baby comes out. It's like you remove 50% of the air in the ball. That's how your stomach feels like smushy. Like it's like I can't even. Oh my god, that was a weird feeling. And then you have no core strength. Like somebody has to hold you to walk to the bathroom that
For
first
how
evening.
long?
For like I had the baby at 6:01 p.m. Somebody had to hold me up till the next morning, and I had to tie my stomach to be able to get my core strength back, because I guess the fact that your stomach is hanging with 9 pounds on it, it weakens your core muscles. You know what I mean? Like it pulls your core muscles to the max. So once the baby comes out, it's like you can't even hold yourself up. I don't know what it is, but I could barely walk.
Thank God for Maggie. Now, you're talking about your stomach, right?
Yeah.
I see some people after they have a baby and their stomach is really clear. Like, what are you using? Are you using anything?
I'm not
to
really
try
using
to play
anything
stretch
right now.
marks, or?
I mean, when I was pregnant, I saw a lot of people say use bio oil, cocoa butter, tummy this, tummy that. I use all of those, but I still got stretch marks, and I'm just convinced by the fact that by the genetic part of it, because a lot of people say if your mother had stretch marks, you're gonna get stretch marks. It doesn't matter what oils you get.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what happened to me. Like my mom, she has stretch marks from here to like, I don't know. So I got mine too. Battle scars.
Mr. A got you a lot of things.
Oh my god, he
Many
was
blessings.
9 pounds. Maybe if he was 7 pounds, I had a
blessings.
chance of not having stretch marks. But
alright, here's my final body part, right? And I need an extensive, not just one word, an extensive description of how this body part is post-delivery, post-birth. I'm talking about your mortal engine.
Girl, what's mortal engine?
Yo, I told you guys I'm a Christian. I can't be saying certain types of things, okay?
You know, I already forgot.
Your mortal engine is your vagina.
Vagina. Honestly, my vajayjay was sore. Like I said, it was just sore for the longest time.
You mentioned a tear somewhere. You mentioned a tear.
Yeah, I tore, I don't know how many tears. I don't know how many stitches I got either, because I asked the doctor when he was stitching that, how many stitches did I get, and he said he doesn't cut the thread. He just so he doesn't count the stitches. But when they stitch it, the thread.
He doesn't cut the thread.
Yeah, he just, like if you have one tear like this, or if you have a tear here and a tear here, he will sew here and cross the thread and sew here.
I see.
So, and the thread dissolves and comes out, and you bleed. Did I tell you? You bleed?
About bleeding, yeah.
Yeah, you bleed for like, I think I bled for like 3 weeks.
Wait, was that long?
Yeah.
I know you said you were bleeding, but I didn't think it was that long.
People usually bleed for 2 weeks, so I bled for like 3 weeks.
Is it like a menstrual cycle bleeding, or
in the beginning, like right after the baby comes out, obviously they've peeled off the placenta from the wall, so you're bleeding heavy. Like you're soaking pads. Like the pad that you're wearing after delivery is literally it's like a towel. Like it's like a little small towel. Like it has to soak all the blood, but it's a lot of blood. But yeah, once you leave the hospital, that 2 weeks, you know, those days, it's like period bleeding.
But at the
then
end
after
of
the
day,
bleeding, like the last few days of bleeding, you get something called lochia or whatever they call it. Lochia is not blood per se. It's not water. It's like a watery brown thing that stinks.
that stinks.
Oh my god, it smells so bad.
I feel like I've never heard some of these things, and I don't know if it's because I'm just ignorant, or if I have.
You don't ask about it because you don't have a baby. Like you're not trying to have. You know what I mean? Like I was shook. Like I was shook by everything. You know. Like but again, it's like I wasn't asking. I didn't care to know. You know.
If I have a baby or if I'm pregnant at some point, I should reference this video. Loki has some dark liquid.
It stinks so bad. It's you
Well,
think
how long
period
do you
blood
have that?
smells?
How long do you have that?
Maybe like 4 or 5 days of the 3 weeks. So
At this point, were you just wearing adult diapers?
no, some people said to wear adult diapers, but I didn't. I'd wear like in the beginning. Once I just left the hospital, I would wear the overnight pads.
Yeah.
It's still big, but it's not big like the taller one. So that I used. Then when it slowed down a little bit, then I used regular pads. But yeah.
So would you say it was worth it? I know the answer
It's
to
totally
that.
worth it.
Yeah.
Look at his cute little face.
Mr. A.
Keeps me up all night. But
Yeah. Alright, now I'm about to dive into African auntie mode. Are you ready? For my African auntie mode.
Of course. Go ahead.
Benis.
Are you Benis?
Now that I've had this baby number 1,
Yeah.
when is baby number 2
Wait,
coming?
Give me 5
I
years.
promise you, African aunties will ask you this the day you leave the
It's
hospital.
like I didn't even just forget how painful that shit was. Leave me alone.
But do you plan to have other kids?
I'm gonna have one more kid and call it a day, but not anytime soon though.
We'll call that baby Mr. B.
Babies are a lot of work. If you're not ready, don't do it.
Alright,
It's a lot of
ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube viewing committee, I have now come to the end of my prepared questions. Feel free to leave your questions in the comment section below. And if you need clarification on any of the questions that I asked, Auntie Benis, Mommy, Mr. A. Oh my gosh, there's so many names that I've given you since you had this baby. But Bernice Pezuzu is here and she's going to answer them for you.
Do you guys like my Maggie days? Do you guys want to see more of Maggie on my channel? She's just one to be reckoned with. Anyway, we're gonna do more videos, whether I like it or not. But y'all let me know if you guys like my Maggie on my channel.
And Mr. A.